beautiful, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to Cindy B. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and it is from Little Rascals 7. It was so cool to see everyone in the comments have like, oh no, it's from here, no, it's from Friends. I don't watch Friends. I try to get into it, but I just couldn't. I'm more of Living Single. That's what I was watching during that time. And Friends is something my mama was obsessed with, my niece is obsessed with, a lot of my friends are obsessed with, but I cannot get into it. I don't know what it is, I just can't. I know there's like a few things here and there that like I remember watching, like the pivot, but yeah. Hopefully one day I can get into it, since I like watching a good like show to like, you know, good vibes and that kind of thing. I did like Monica and Ross, their brother and sister relationship. Cool. Jennifer Aniston, I'm obsessed with her. She is a beautiful. But yeah. And then Phoebe was my favorite, even though I didn't watch the show like that. Anyways, so today in story time, sit back, relax. And I just want to say thank you guys, like always, for always being so supportive, so loving, so caring, and letting me heal. I know that a lot of times I do upload and then I go MIA. I seriously don't mean to. As my babies are getting older, I am being tested, I swear. And it's just, excuses. I need to be better on track with like everything, and I've been working out a lot, so I'm just trying to make everything fit, because editing and recording, it's a lot to like sit there and like do, and then I got to make sure that I'm doing this, and I got to be sure that, but I love it. So I just need to rant. I haven't been able to give y'all vibes because it's just been a lot. Like, it's been a lot. So if you can give me some good mama vibes, I would truly appreciate it, because I need it. I feel like I'm a very understanding parent. I feel like I am more on like the gentle parenting side, and I feel like it's kind of low-key biting me in my ass. I really do. And I'm a little stressed, not gonna lie, but we got it. It's gonna be good. And yeah, so I'm feeling good. I have enough time to do a story time. I am going to be taking the babies to the dentist. Got it. I swear. I feel like it was easier when all of them were little, and I had like, okay, like they were. So sit back, relax, and let me just pick some of the bad vibes. As I'm picking, breathe. Relax your shoulders, unclench that jaw. Even if you're thinking, oh, okay, not now, Lex. Stop being stubborn and let me pick. Let's just wash those away. Clean slate. Okay, so let's begin. Let me know what you guys are doing, if you guys are driving anywhere, if you guys are cooking anything, if you guys are watching me while y'all work. So sit back, relax, and let's just jump right into the story time. If you guys want to be notified every time I do post a video, all you have to do is just like the video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below so YouTube knows that you like these kind of videos and pushes them out to you. So yeah, let's get started. Keep it. Oh, okay, so we left off. I text Tammy. A lot of you guys in the comments were like, is Tommy the same as Tammy? Yes, I say Tammy, Tommy, same person. The name, sometimes I just say Tammy. I should just say T, huh? But I'm not gonna even try to confuse everybody on that either, trying to like rename everybody. But anyways, Tommy messages me, says that yes, indeed, she is with my mama. I am pissed because Squidward over here trying to unalive me and literally play with me like cat and mouse. It was terrible, you guys. Like, it was really, really bad. It was not fun. It was super draining. And it honestly feels so crazy to have someone have you at sea and play with your emotions like that, especially if you're very claustrophobic. And just not even having to be claustrophobic, just the whole situation itself, it is scary as, especially if you feel like you're so alone all the damn time. Like, it's just not the business. Like, it seriously was too much. Even then, even reliving it and telling it, it seriously just puts you back in that mindset of being scared, and then you feeling angry, and you just feeling like, what the what the and it's even more triggering when your children are around the same age as when all of this happened. And it's even more like, oh my god, when your daughter literally looks like you when you were that age. So it's just it's a whole thing of what the fuck. I had to put on eye drops because your girl been crying a lot. I swear, as you get older, you just like, and then I feel like healing too, it's just like, okay, we're just gonna break down this wall. And then as you're breaking down the wall, it's like a freaking bridge of just flowing with tears. It's a lot. So the next morning I wake up. It literally feels like I just blinked and ta-da-da-da, you are awake. And I am super nervous because I already know that it's like two things. My mom can literally mean what she said and be right there, butt crack early in the morning, or she's gonna have me waiting around and I am going to have to be calling her. She's gonna be annoyed because I'm calling her too much. She's gonna be annoyed and threaten me. It was constantly like so many like mind games, even with my mom, because she was going through her own thing. And it was so like, I didn't want to frustrate her, but I wanted to be around her. But I wanted to be around her under my circumstance of like, I don't want to be around Tommy. I just wanted my mom. Like, that's it. I just wanted her. I just wanted her, even if it sounded selfish. Grown Lex doesn't think it sounds selfish, but little Lex was like, it's very selfish because mom finally is letting go of that piece of shit. And she just wants to be able to probably like breathe because she was, you know, all sorts of depressed. She probably wants to breathe, sit back and chill. But I know mom can't sit back and chill because then mom starts cycling. Mom racks up these charges. Mom is out in the street with these freaking crackheads. It was such like a mind game. And someone said, Alexis, it's not chess, it's checkers. Or I'm saying it backwards, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. When I say chess and checkers, I swear, sometimes I'm like, should I even leave this part in because I probably said it wrong? Y'all, I probably say a lot of the words wrong, but that's just how I talk. If you see me in person and we are having like a convo, I'm probably gonna be making words, putting like words together, like where it's just like, Lex, you just make that up? Yes, I did. Yes. And that's just it, you know? And if someone corrects me, it's cool. Am I gonna probably, you know, fix it later on? Maybe, but maybe not. Chess, checkers, you know what I mean, right? It's all good. You know what I mean. And I probably am saying it wrong. My bad. But yeah, anyways, so I constantly felt like I was playing a game with my mom of like making sure that I moved correctly because I didn't want to upset her and I didn't want her to like run away from me. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't overstep as a child and try to parent my mother because my mom would get upset when I would pretty much tell her like, what are you doing? Like, you are supposed to be taking care of me. You're supposed to be wanting to hanging out with me. It only felt like my mom got it together when either she was like racking up charges or when I got locked up. It felt like it even took her like maybe like a day and a half for her to like when I got locked up because it's like, oh, it is real, you know? So it felt like I don't want her to rack up charges. I don't want to go to jail. I just want to make sure that I move carefully, like on eggshells, because if I move wrong, you're going to piss off mama. And we're going to lose her. And we're trying to keep her right here, dude. Trying to keep her right here. Just stop. You do realize it's chest, right? And then, love, you said, am I wrong or you keep saying playing chest? You know, it's chess, right? I probably am saying chess, but where I don't open my mouth when I talk, it probably doesn't sound like it's coming out correctly. But I know that it is chess. chess checkers. See, I misunderstood you earlier. I thought you were saying checkers, but I am saying chess. It's just, I see, even hearing myself now, chess. It's because I don't open my mouth when I talk sometimes, like fully. So I don't know why. Even sometimes babe's like, what'd you say? And I'm like, you know what I said. He's like, I can't understand you. The only ones who really understand me is FAMBAM, who have been rocking with me for like a good like 10 years, and my brothers, because we just grew up talking like that. And sometimes when we gotta finish our full sentence, we're like, because we know what the hell we're saying. But I'm saying chess, CHESS. See, like a year ago I said, dominoes, I want to play chess, checkmate, bitch. And then FAMBAM said, I laughed so hard. Yeah, it's just because sometimes I open my mouth when I fully talk, and sometimes I don't, and I'm just like, sounds like I got a list. It is what it is. And yeah, because I know you're probably like, babe, this is how you say it. I know. It's just because I don't open my mouth. And that comment had me laughing really hard, because I'm like, am I saying it wrong? But chess and checkers, it's the same thing, right? See, now I'm gonna overthink it. Now I'm saying I'm not saying chest. It's chess. Oh, and a lot of people are thinking that the story times are with my babies, like they're already born. No. A lot of shit happened even after I had my babies, but we're not even there yet. We're not even there when I first got pregnant with Andrew. Andrew's my son. And a few family members were like, who the f is Andrew? Andrew's my baby child, my baby love. So anyways, I make sure to wake up, and he is still sleeping. Squidward's still sleeping. I'm not even trying to wake him up. I'm not even trying to deal with him. So I'm gonna go to the restroom to clean up and jump out the window, because what? That's what I do. That's what I do. I am going to just leave as quietly as I can, because I do not want to deal with him. I don't want to deal with his mama if she's gonna wake up and be like, oh, this. I don't want to deal with it at all. So as I'm making my way to the restroom, I notice that she's in there and she's taking a shower. So now I have to wait. So I just lay back down, and I guess where I was like really exhausted, I knock out. I wake up to feeling agua on my face. Now, if you guys have been watching the story times, you guys know this is something that his mom loved to do. She loved to throw water on me. She loved to sprinkle water on me. She literally, anytime she could throw water on me, she would do it. It's a huge fucking trigger of mine, even till this day, when water is thrown at me, or water is like, I get so infuriated inside, because it just makes me feel so, I don't even know how to explain it, and it's just, I hate it. I feel like I sound stupid explaining it, even to like my therapist and stuff, when I would tell her, like, I get so angry. And even when like Rudy would do it like playfully, I'd have to like tell myself like, chill the F out, because it would like make me so mad. So I woke up to feeling like water on my face, and I'm like, and I feel like I was constantly telling myself in my head, like, relax, because God forbid I act crazy, get up and just beat the shit out of this old hag. Consequence. Okay, I couldn't. So I woke up and I have a face, because who the f wouldn't? Okay, who the f wouldn't have a face of, what the f are you doing, you stupid ugly bitch? You know? But I'm just like, oh my god, yes, that's enojada. She goes, oh, you're already mad. The nerve of you to get mad, bitch. The nerve of you to get mad. A lot of you guys asked, did she get her karma later? Yeah. Best believe as Lex got older, I started doing my petty shit back to this stupid bitch. It makes me so mad talking about how she, like, how can someone be so disgusting to a child? And it's just like, oh, Lex, it's just water. No, you guys, she was a fucking bully. There was no need for it. Go throw some water on your son, bitch. Go throw some water on him. Go hydrate his ass, because he's always thirsty for attention. Go throw it on him. Leave me the alone. Ugh. So as she's getting mad, she acts like she's gonna walk away, and she starts uncovering me like a rehab. She starts taking the blanket off of me, and I'm just like, it's so hard to like calm yourself down when you get so fucking angry, and you know that you can't fucking act up. You know that you can. It's so fucking hard to remain so calm. You almost feel like you are fucking crazy. So she just starts taking the blanket, and she leaves it to the side and says, already, wake up already. Like, it's already late. It's not, bitch. It's not fucking. The kids haven't even left to school yet. Like, shut the f up. But she just wants to fight. So I'm like, and she's like, you're so ridiculous. I can't believe you're getting so upset. It sounds weird saying it in English, but that's how she's saying it in Spanish. She's like, you are, So she's telling me that he like starts stretching where he's waking up like such a princess. And I'm just looking at him and I'm folding up the blanket. He pats the bed and tells me to lay down, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm going to leave already. He doesn't even say anything, and he just rolls back around and goes to bed. I hated how it was okay for him to sleep in. It was okay for him to do whatever the hell he wanted. And I just wanted that so badly. I just wanted that to so bad, be able to sleep in and act like there's no care in the world. But I constantly felt like I was never comfortable to do that sort of thing. I was never comfortable. I was never allowed. Never. I remember when I had my first night with Rudy and we slept in. I remember waking up and it just feeling weird. And I know it sounds dramatic, but like little things like that, I was like, oh my God. And now I feel like I get enough sleep where it's like, Lex, like you already got like 8-9 hours of sleep. Like you're good. And it feels like I'm like trying to like make up for fucking lost sleep. Is that even a thing? Like it's crazy. Like it's absolutely fucking crazy. And then I have nights where like I can't sleep and it's just like it just makes me so annoyed. Like you have no idea. Maybe you can hear it. So he just rolls back over and he can just fall asleep because like in my mom's famous words, it's his domain. I just get ready and I start texting my mom. I'm up. I don't even acknowledge Tommy because like I am so annoyed where I just want to go in on Tommy, but it has nothing to do with her. Absolutely nothing to do with her. It's my mom. It's my mom. And even I knew that at that age. Like it's not even her I want to fight with. It's my mom I want to fight with. So I'm texting my mom. She's not responding. I'm texting my mom. She's not responding. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? So I already know in my heart of hearts that I know she's just ignoring me because she's out doing what she's doing. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I might act like it, but I'm not. So I just go to the restroom, brush my teeth, get ready, and I'm just trying to stay out of that puta sucia's face because I don't want to see her face. I don't want to hear her nothing. I don't want to hear anything out of her mouth. So I just close the door and I make sure not to lock it so that when I jump out the window, she can just come and open it. I'm still texting my mom. Nothing. So I know I'm going to have to call her private. And I'm already telling myself, I bet you $1 million she answers. And before it gets to like probably its third, fourth ring, hello? And it doesn't sound like a tired, like someone wake up. It sounds like someone who's been the up. So I'm like, Mom. And my mom knows it's me. Are you ready? She automatically already has an attitude. And it's just probably because I'm bugging her and she wants to be doing what she's doing. And I tell her, yeah, that I'm ready. She's telling me that, okay, that Tommy is going to be the one to pick me up because she's doing an errand. I get infuriated. And on the inside, I'm like, what fucking errand? What fucking errand? You ain't got no job. We don't got no thing to do. Like, what do you mean? So I'm like, okay. So mad because I know I need to act like a child and not parent my mother and be like, what are you talking about? You can pick me up. So I'm like, okay. My mom just hangs up. She's annoyed. I hate how my mom has this energy with me, but never has it with my brothers. So she hangs up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I call Tammy. She's not answering. And I'm like, no. Why? Because I already know my mom didn't tell her that she has to pick me up because this is what my mom would do. So I'm sitting here like, okay, do I leave right now or do I just wait? Because I don't want him to tell me, you have to leave already. I thought you were going to be gone. So I'm literally like just in there, just thinking, stupid bitch already took a shower, right? She already did her business. She already dropped her load for the day, right? Wrong. ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? And I'm just like going to the restroom. I can't hear anything. It's stuck. Oh, you're so disgusting. Okay, then bitch, get away from the floor. Get away from the floor. So again, I am just like, okay, what are you gonna do? I'm just thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I messaged the Peaches because I'm like, damn, man, like how long am I going to be like somewhat in timeout? I haven't left yet. Like I'm still working for them and stuff. So I messaged them, good morning. Hopefully we can talk today because I'm like, I need to do something. Like something needs to be done, whether it be with them, like my mom, like something needs to be done. And I get like an immediate reply from Mr. Peach. And he tells me that they are going to need me sometime during this week and that there's a lot that needs to be discussed. Hope I'm doing well. And for the time that I haven't been with them, that he will at least give me something enough to pay my phone bill. Like he was just trying to like be nice, but like keep it short. Like this is when we're going to need you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Sometime this week. I'm like, okay, great. Like I will be there. Thank you so much. Didn't even care about like all the drama that happened. I'm just like, dude, like save me. Because I feel so lost. I felt like even though it was so toxic, I missed it so much because I still had like a roof over my head. As messed up as it sounds, like I was okay with going back and playing dumb. Like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So I'm messaging and I'm calling Tommy and I'm getting like so much anxiety because it's annoying me that she is not picking up. Like she's not picking up and I'm just like, oh my God, dude, like answer. Like it feels like I am going to run out of time and I'm going to get in trouble by him and he's going to be like, why aren't you gone yet? Like it literally felt like hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Like the buzzer was going to run out and I was freaking out. So I was frantically messaging her, telling her like, hey, what's up? Like answer, how come you're not answering? Like I was acting like a desperate baby daddy. Like I really was. I was like, hello, 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 messaging her and I finally get a call back and she sounds like she's just waking up. And she's like asking me like, what the f going on? Is everything okay? That like, what's going on? She hasn't really read the messages. And I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting for you to pick me up. What are you talking about? And I'm like, my mom said that you're gonna pick me up. When did she say this? I hate when she does this. We both know that's just how my mom was. My mom acted like it was her world and we were living in it. And I was like, can you like pick me up? Like I need you to pick me up. Like I'm like, now I'm acting like I'm so scared. And I hated when I would get like this because I couldn't talk myself down the ledge. Like Lex, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But when you are a child and you feel like, oh my God, it is so serious. Like this is so serious. Like you need to get out. Like, oh my God, the house is on fire. You need it. Relax. But I felt like, oh my God, no, like right now. She was knocking on the door like, hurry up, I need her to use the restroom. And I want to argue with her like, bitch, you just did the but it's not my place and it's not my house. Like it's none of your business. She can take how many poops she wants, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She over there drinking prune juice. It's fine. I kept like telling Tommy like, can you please get me? Like my mom said that you can get me. She's like, Alexis, like I'm tired. I've been up with your mom, driving her around here and there. And yeah, I believe it because that's how it was. That's how the hell it was. My mom was literally just constantly go. And then everyone else would burn out and my mom still would be like on cloud like 9. So I'm literally like pleading with her, like, please, Tommy, like, can you please come get me? Like, I hate, and I tell Tommy too, like, I hate asking you. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate asking you. Like, I know, like, I hate bugging you. She like sighs and like, she like lets me bug her a little bit more. And then she's finally like, okay, Alexis, just walk to the gas station. I'm not trying to see anybody. I don't want to hear anything from anybody. Like, I already know. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the gas station. Like, when are you leaving? It's going to take 30 minutes from where she's at to get to me. So I'm like, okay, like, by the time I walk there, hopefully that you're already there. And I'm like, okay, like my anxiety's up here. So I'm like, okay, like just please. And she's like, where am I gonna drop you off? And I'm like, I don't know yet. My mom just said. And she's like, okay, I'll tell you when I'm leaving. Okay, cool. I'm scared that she's gonna fall back to sleep because she sounds so tired. It is not her responsibility to pick up me and take me to my mom. And that's my mom's responsibility. And I am just worried that Tommy's going to drop the ball. I am like, oh my God, Tommy, like, don't drop the ball. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me, okay? Tommy's telling me, like, relax, Alexis. I'm going to get up. I got to wash my face. I got to, like, take my morning like, relax. And I'm like, okay. Like, I just want to see my mom. I know, Alexis, relax. You're going to see her. And I'm like, okay. Because I felt like I was running out of time before my mom was going to either go back to my stepdad, she was going to get locked up, or she was just going to go MIA. Because my mom would go MIA and I wouldn't hear from her for like days, weeks. So I was just like, I was so stressed out. Like I literally had ganas plucking them bitches because I was just like, oh my God. Just hurry up and get me. Like, I feel like time was going so slow. So I get out of the restroom and I go and sit on the couch because I'm like, okay. And she's asking me like, what are you still doing here? And I'm telling her like, oh, my ride's gonna come in a little bit. And she's like, ¿Cuándo? When? He starts to move and I'm like, oh my God. He's like, what's going on? Why are you still here? And I'm like, I'm just waiting for my ride. And he's like, okay. So he like wakes up and starts getting nervous. I already know the question is going to come where he's going to ask, can you wait outside? I already know it. I already feel it. I already feel it in my balls. I feel it marinating, just waiting for it to come out. And I'm just like, and I'm trying so hard to act so silent and just like kind of just like make myself so small. So like maybe I won't be seen. Just maybe. And I'm making sure not to make eye contact, not to annoy anybody, to her, and just like, because I don't want to be told, you can't sit with us. He wakes up and him and his mom start to talk. They think I don't fully understand. I don't know. At this point, I'm starting to think that little Lex was really naive and they probably knew that I knew and they were just waiting to be called out on it. I don't know. But I honestly feel like maybe that's just what it was. And they were just waiting for me to tell them something and then be like, yeah, and what are you going to do about it? Exactly. Sit the down. And I would sit down. And going back and forth, he's getting upset because she's telling him to tell me to go outside, that she doesn't care, that it's not her responsibility to make sure that pretty much that I'm taken care of, that it's not her responsibility, that she's just responsible for him, that she didn't sign up for this, and that it's ridiculous for her to think that, it's ridiculous for me to go overboard, that I said one thing and then I'm doing another, which she means because I'm like, I'm just gonna stay the night and then I'll leave in the morning, because she would tell him like she has to be gone and I'd be like, yeah, you know. And so she's telling him she's doing another, she's not doing what she said, it's ridiculous, they're gonna be mad, implying that his sister's gonna be mad, that if she finds me downstairs, and she just doesn't want to deal with them because they're nosy son of a bitches, and she just doesn't want to deal with it, and that the stress that I put on her, that it's not fair, that she has to do it because my mom is a crappy mom. And he keeps telling her like, okay, and she says that if this is going to be a problem, that she's just not going to even let me spend the night there anymore, that I am going overboard. And I'm literally just sitting there like this, acting like I don't know what the hell is being said about me, and I have to play it cool to not make any face expressions, because I feel like as soon as they find out that I understand them, that what if I get in trouble? I feel like an undercover, you know? But like I told you guys, they probably knew that I knew, but they just didn't care, that they're pretty much saying that they didn't want me to be there. And yeah, and he's like, well, I don't know how to say it. Like, I already told her, and look, she's just sitting there, and it's just, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, how do I tell her? And she's like, if you don't tell her, like, I'm gonna tell her, and I'm not gonna spare her feelings. And he's like, no, like, I'll do it. And I am just sitting there waiting for her to walk away, and then I pretend that my mom messages me, and I'm like, she's already around the corner. And he's like, oh, okay. I'll walk you to the window. You know how stupid that sounds? I'll walk you to the window. How romantic. So I'm like, okay, thanks. So he's walking me to the window. His mom says, see? You see? All these games, all these games. And in my head, I'm just like, bitch, shut the up, you worthless piece of shit. Shut up. Damn. So I'm literally just like, gracias, telling her like, thank you. She's like that, like. So he opens up the window for me, gives me a little boost, and besos. And then I leave. Texting Tommy, and I'm like, please tell me you didn't go back to bed. Like, please tell me you didn't go back to bed. Messaging her, like, literally, like, repeat, making sure that the messages is going through, because I'm like, bitch, answer me, because I don't want to be here anymore. Look, you guys, L'Oreal came out with it's the same foundation that everyone loves, but with the pump. I love it. I'm so excited. Shake. So I'm messaging Tommy, and I finally call her, and I'm like, hey. She's like, relax. I'm already getting off the freeway, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, cool. Because I was ready to like fight with her. I was ready to fight with her because I was so nervous, and it was nothing against Tommy. Like, honestly, she had no, like, she didn't need to pick me up. She didn't need to do what my mom was supposed to do. Period. She didn't need to do any of that. I was just so glad she was. And even though she was irritated, I was like really thankful. She was irritated as hell because, like, I'm telling you, my mom would do this and then act like it was just normal. And just because she thought like, well, you're supposed to be up already. Like, so what if you think someone's supposed to be up already? Like, no one is responsible for your responsibilities at all. So I'm walking to the gas station, and I wait a little bit. There is Tommy. I'm like so relieved, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, cool. I get in there. She asks me if I ate, and I'm like, no, like I literally just woke up. And she goes on to like rant about my mom, and I have to like fight the urge to like wanna like yell at Tommy, because even though my mom was the way she is, I didn't like anybody talking about my mama. I didn't. Even if I was mad, I was just like, don't talk about my mom, because I would get defensive and be like, Tommy, you're not the best either, bitch. And then when my mom, or when you're in a good mood, then you're cool and you're doing the just as grimy her. So I just let her have it on this one, because she was upset. She was sleeping. She already had been running my mom around all night, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you're not wrong for being upset. You're not wrong. And I was just happy that she picked me up and that we were getting McDonald's. I was just like, hell yeah. So she takes me back to her place, and she asks me if I talked to my mom, and I'm like, I messaged her, but she hasn't messaged me back yet. She's like, I'm so tired of this. Like, what's wrong with your mom? Like, she's this many years old. And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, I don't even know why I'm telling you anything. So I'm at her house, and I'm like messaging my mom like crazy. Like, Mom, where are you? Like, when are we gonna link up? When are we gonna hang out, girl? Like, honestly, that's how I was. Like, messaging her, making sure not to be too annoying, and making sure to tell her like, Mom, I love you. Like, just call me back when you can. And then I start getting like really worried about like, oh my God, what if something happens? Because my mom has a lot of freaking scary stories about she's been into. Like, a lot of scary ones. So I get nervous about when my mom goes MIA, because of all the scary stories that she's told me, and I never want anything bad to happen to my mama, because that's my mom. I only get one, regardless of the situation. That's my mom. I love her. Yeah, you know. So I'm like literally waiting. Tommy tells me that she's gonna go back to bed, that if I leave with her mom to like wake her up and let her know, and she's like, just let me know the plan. Like, she is annoyed and she just needs some sleep. So I'm like, okay. So I am literally just waiting by the phone. I even call my mom private. She doesn't answer. Just waiting for something to happen. I go outside to have a cigarette because I think I'm grown as fuck. I'm not. I think I'm grown, and I'm not. So I go outside and have a cigarette, and it's already been like some time, and Tommy opens the door. She asks me what the F I am doing, and I'm telling her like just having a cigarette. I try to act like very nonchalant and cool because I know that she can just be like, give me the cigarette, like what are you doing? Because at times they wanted to discipline me, and at times they wanted to be cool and homey, so she's like, I didn't know what I was gonna get, right? She asks me if I have another one, and I'm like, yes. So she can't go back to bed, and she's like asking me like, did my mom say anything? Like what are the plans? Like she doesn't know what she's thinking. She's venting to me like if I'm her therapist, and I'm like, I just know as much as you know, like honestly. She's like, you better not get in anything, like I can't be, you know, running around doing this, I got responsibilities, Alexis. Okay, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, like just listening, because I don't want to say too much and then be out of pocket, and I don't know if my mom is going to see me today and if I'm going to need a ride to like what's his face house to spend the night. Like I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to go on. It feels like forever, but like a good few hours passed by. My mom doesn't answer or anything like that, and we heard a knock at the door, and it's my mom's famous knock. She knocks all kinds of crazy, and I go and answer it. I'm like really, really excited, and I'm like, Mom! She is so annoyed with me. So annoyed. And she just has this face. I've already talked to you guys about this face that my mom gives me, where it's just like, why are you here? Kind of thing, you know? And I'm like, Mom, like all excited to see her because I want to see my mom. I'm like, oh my God, she's finally escaped like prison. I got my mom, but no, I got a different version of my mom. And it just sucks because little Lex always wanted my mom to be normal again. And I know I'll never get that version of my mom. As an adult, I know that now. But as a child, I kept thinking like, okay, it's there. It's going to be there. It's just going to take a while. She's depressed. She's sad. All these things. It's going to take a while. She's annoyed, and she's like telling me that I killed her battery where I kept calling, and that she was running errands. And I'm like, well, you weren't answering, and Tommy didn't know. Alexis, like, stop. Like, so annoyed with me, or like she just like didn't want to hear it. Like, yeah, like just, I'm like, okay. So I shut down, and she's like, can you just stop? Because I was shutting down. I made a face, and she was getting annoyed that I had a reaction. So she had a friend with her, and he introduces himself. I'm very short and rude with all the people my mom has introduced me to, because I can honestly give less of a fuck. And I'm just like, and I walk away. My mom's like, don't be rude. And I tell him like, I don't care to know who you are. And he's like, that's cool, like I can respect that, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck if you respect that. I don't give a fuck if you think that's cool. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. Like you just whatever. So I go and sit on the couch, and my mom tells me that she's the one who should be upset with me because I always want to act like I have a attitude, and that I want to be out in the calle. And I'm like, I'm out in the calle because you didn't want to leave. What's it say? So we start fighting. She tells me to shut the fuck up and learn some respect, and that she's the adult and that I'm the child, and I need to learn my place and shut the fuck up. And I shut the fuck up because I didn't want to go back and forth with her about it. I'm pissed because I am like, all right, like this isn't what we thought was going to happen. I don't know what we thought was going to happen. I just gotta make sure to stay out of her way, not piss her off, and then eventually she'll come around when she's cool and she's chill and she's like in a good mood, because my mom is so hot and cold with me, and I already know how I can read the room. I can read the room as soon as I walk in it, and I kind of like understand like, okay, this is what I have to do. This is how she's gonna be acting towards me, and if I want her to be if I want her to be happy and I want her to be nice to me, then this is how I have to act. And I do it subconsciously, and that is something that I'm breaking now with a lot of people, because I do that with a lot of people where I feel like I have to make everyone else comfortable and how I feel, because I gotta make sure that you feel good, even though if it's draining and sucking the life out of me. Who cares about me? Who cares about me? But now I give about me. So yeah. So I just made sure to stay out of her way, and I just watch TV. Tommy and my mom are laughing in the room, and I can't help but think like, you're fake Tommy, you're just talking all kinds of shit. Like, oh my God, ain't nobody fucking around here. I hate how everyone's so flip-floppy. So I start texting him, make sure that we're good. He said yeah, that he's sorry that he had to like rush me out. He just doesn't want to deal with his sister. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like I understand. Make sure that we're all, you know, whatever, good. Even though literally he was choking me out the other night. I just want to make sure that we're good because I don't want to lose him. I know. I text Mrs. Peach to let her know that I had talked to Mr. Peach, and he told me about going later on the week. She said yes, and that there was going to be some new changes, and that she's so happy to see me, and hopefully this break has done me some good and her some good. And I'm like, yeah, it has. So I'm literally like, F everything. Like, I don't even care anymore. I can't wait to get back to the babies. Like, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to seeing the babies and spending time with them. So my mom finally comes out of the room, and she tells me that she's going to go run an errand, that if I want to go. And she has an attitude about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to feel an attitude about it. Yeah, I want to go. So I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it's going to be quick. And I'm like, okay. So she hasn't taken me, and she's like really upset. And I hate how my mom talks with guys. I just hate it. It's such a trigger for me. I literally hate it. I hate how my mom thought I was really stupid and naive, that I didn't see a lot of the things that she was doing, and it was just, she had no shame. She had no shame in the game. I love my mama, I really do, but I really hated how she acted like I was just so dumb and I didn't know what was going on. I hated how I would see how people would be like affectionate with her, especially guys, and I'd feel disgusted. I feel grossed out. I was just so, it was gross. It was really, really gross to me. I even see my mom now with her dude, and if they're like cute together and stuff, like it makes me feel ill, and I hate it. I want to fix it, and I don't know how to. But anyways, they were like holding hands, and I couldn't help but like feel like grossed out for some reason. So I'm like on my phone messaging the ex and stuff, talking to him, and my mom tells me to get off the effing phone, that I'm always on the damn phone. And I'm like, you don't even know. It was just an immediate thing just to tell her, because it's just like, how do you act like, how do you know if I'm always on the phone if you're never here? So she gets upset and snatches the phone out of my hand, and she gives it to him, and she's like, here, there's your new phone. I get fucking livid, because I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna take my phone to give to a fucking little bitch? How does that make sense to you, mom? So I'm like, oh, hell no. I reach over and got it out of him. He starts laughing. He thinks it's the funniest thing that me and my mom are going at it. And he's like, chill, 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 chill. I ain't trying to take a phone. I ain't trying to take a phone. My mom's like, the fuck are? I told you grab a phone. You're a bitch to me because I owe you money. There you go. There's payment. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So my mom would do that. Anytime she like owed money or something like that, she would take from me and my siblings, especially me, because I'm the one who had stuff and like, you know, whatever. And I would get so hot, because it's like, that's not my debt. That's your debt. Like, how the fuck are you going to be selling my clothes and my shoes and shit? Like, that's my stuff. So I start getting upset with her, and I tell him, I'm like, don't grab my shit. Don't give a fuck, give it to you like it's mine. I'm like, I'm the one who pays the phone bill. She's like, I don't care. I'm the one who gives you the phone. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, you can't just like constantly give me shit, take it away. She's like, I'm gonna do not understand. And at this time, she already pumped the brakes, so like we came to the halt, and I'm like, I know that you're my mom, but like what? Like, nothing can be mine. And I start like getting like crying and stuff, and she's like, you see, you're so quick to like talk back and be all fucking shit thinking you're wrong, but you're quick to cry, huh? And I'm just like, because I was just fucking mad, and I was just like holding on to my phone. I'm like, he's not getting my phone. And she was like, keep it up, Alexis. And I'm like, all right. So we drive, and she's just like trying to like still kind of like laugh with him, and he's like, kids, man. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, you probably crackhead too, and you're probably not in your kid's life, bitch. Like, I fucking hate when crackheaded parents want to be like, oh my god, like they're acting up, and it's like, we're acting up for a reason, or not just acting up because you guys are awesome people. So like, I'm getting mad, right? Because I'm like, this guy, like, I'm like so annoyed that she like literally tried to give him my phone. So now I feel like I can't even have my phone out, because she's just gonna grab it, and I'm not gonna fight my mom. Like, I'm not gonna score up with my mom. Like, I'm just not. My mom is so gangsta that she would probably beat the shit out of me before I could even lift my hand. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, I'm not gonna even try it. And I've always had that respect for my mom, in the sense of like, I'm never gonna lift my hand towards my mom because she's my mom, and I'm just not. So I don't have my phone out. My mom stops at a gas station. He gets out. My mom tells me, wait, because she doesn't want me to get out of the car. And I'm like, okay. Messaging ex and stuff. And I'm like, hey, don't message. My mom's getting mad and stuff. She's trying to get my phone. He's like, what the hell? Like, why is she like that? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, she's trying to take my phone. So my mom goes into the gas station, comes back out. She has some beer, and she is gonna go run an errand. And she tells me that, am I sure if I want to go? And I'm like, yeah. But it felt like are you sure you want to go? Because I'm going to keep picking on you until you're like, you know what, I don't want to go anymore. But I was like, I'm going to go. Like, I'm not going to sit there with Tommy and chill with her when I can be chilling with you, regardless if you're being mean to me or not. Like, I just want to be around you. And I really wanted to talk to her on some like one-on-one about like, hey, what's going on? So like, are we getting a place? Because that was my mentality of like, all right, you're in the clear. Are we gonna move out? Are we gonna run away together? Like, that's where my mind was. And I was cool with going with the punches because I felt like as long as that there's like an end game of like, this is what we're gonna do, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. But I know my mom was on like a whole nother level or whatever, so I just had to write it out. We continued to drive, and my mom and him are talking, and she's lighting up her cigarette, and they're smoking. My mom keeps making eye contact with me in the mirror, and she is like so annoyed with me. She keeps giving me like these evil eyes. My mom has these evil eyes, and I get so scared of them because I don't know. I always told you guys, at times I always felt like my mom hated me because she just wanted to do her and she didn't want the responsibility of me. And probably to her, I was like extra fucking, and in reality, I wasn't. It was just, you wanted me and I wanted you want me into this world and I wanted you to take care of me. She keeps making eye contact with me and I keep making eye contact back. And then she keeps telling me to stop testing her, that I'm pushing it. And he's like telling her to like, relax, babe, relax. She's like, no, you don't fucking know her. And I'm just like so upset because it's like, you're over here trying to treat me like some bitch off the street that you don't even know. Like, I'm your kid. Like, why do you keep trying to get crazy with me? Never understood it. My grandma always said it's because my mom hated me. And that's like something a child never wants to hear. Like, grandma, why the fuck do you hear that? Like, that's some fucking depressing ass. So anyways, my mom runs her errand and I literally stay in the car for like a good hour while my mom's doing whatever she's doing in this house. Who knows? You can let your imagination run wild. It's fine. So after that, my mom tells me she's in a better mood, that if there's anything that I want to do, she left the crackheaded boy, so her guard is not as high, which I don't know. If there's anything you want to do, and I'm like what? And she's like, anything you want to do? And I'm like, what do you mean? So pretty much she let me pick up the ex and take him back to Tommy's house and we could just chill. Yeah, that's how hot and cold my mama was, where it was just like, I didn't know, like, it was weird. She was like, yeah, I'll call him right now, we'll go pick him up and you guys can just like go and you could chill out the house and like it's whatever, like it's fine, like you haven't shown me that you are responsible. Like, it was just so hot and cold and so many like mind games where it was constantly feel like I was playing chess and checkers. So I was just like, ugh. So we went and picked him up and he's just looking at me like, what the f on? And I'm like, I don't know, just go with it, dude, like just go with it. Like, she's letting us hang out, like just go with it. So we go to Tommy's and Tommy's like, what is he doing here? And I'm like, my mom said I could bring him. So I have a little attitude with her, like, don't talk to him like that because I'm stupid in the head and I'm a dumb little kid, where I'm like, that's my boo thing, don't talk to him like that. Even though she's like, shut the f stupid ass little bitch, why the house? And I'm like, my mama said she could come. So we are literally sitting on the couch and my mom and Tommy are in the back, and Tommy comes out, she's in a whole better mood, and she and him are talking, and he charming the Tommy, and they're like laughing, haha, getting along. They had a hate and love thing. There was a lot of times that she not stand him, and she would tell him get the and he would have to walk, and there'd be times where she'd be like, he's just so misunderstood, like he just really is, and he's so funny, shut the up. So it was just such a toxic environment that we were all in. Like, it literally was the most toxic thing. Like, it was just stupid. And I just feel like, oh my god, this is such a cool moment because I'm chilling with him and maybe this is how things are gonna be. My mom's gonna move in with Tommy and we're gonna live happily ever after. It almost felt like little Lex jinxed it because that is not what happened. So after a while, my mom comes out and she starts to like question him, that like, what is his deal with me? Does he plan to give me like a promise ring or anything like that? And he's like, whoa, we're just dating. And I'm like, Mom, like, why would you tell him that? Because I feel like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I want a promise ring, but I don't want, like, it was stupid. Like, Alexis, you want a promise ring? And you're a baby? Sit the down. And then like my mom too, like, why are you over there asking him that? Like, that is so weird. But I don't know, me and her kind of like fought about it because I was like, she was making him feel uncomfortable. I'm like, Mom, why are you doing that? She's like, Alexis, he is a man. Like, why are you saying anything? Like, he's gonna be okay. Like, he is not a bitch. Are you a bitch? And he's like, no, like, I'm cool with the questions. And she's like, can you like stop? Like, why are you acting like I'm asking him like some crazy ass questions? And I'm like, because that is a crazy ass question. And she's like, are you being for real? Like, she was so mad that I was telling her anything, especially in front of him. And I shouldn't have like challenged my mama in front of him, because my mom did not take a lightly to that. She was like, what the hell are you doing? You know? Tommy comes out and she's like, what are you guys talking about? My mom tells her that I'm like tripping out, that my mom is pretty much asking him like, what are your intentions? I can give her a promise ring. Like, are you guys, because at that time my mom didn't know like I was doing stuff, you know? So she was like, and it's like, Mom, really? Supposedly she didn't know, but who knows? And so Tommy's like, oh yeah, that's not even a crazy thing. Like, why are you tripping out, Alexis? And I'm like, I'm not tripping out. So they were both like at me for me being like, leave him alone. And my mom is like, chill out, like, he's going to be fine. I'm not asking him anything crazy, like, you're making it more than what it is. And I'm like tripping out because I like honestly didn't want him to be upset. Like, I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. Like, I literally was walking on eggshells with him all the time, and I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable or to feel like he had to answer my mom, because God forbid he felt uncomfortable like how his mom made me feel uncomfortable. And it's like, I didn't want that for you. Because why? Because I wasn't like a bitch like you were, and I wanted you to feel comfortable. And I didn't want my mom to make you feel anything but comfortable. So my mom keeps telling me to stop, that like I'm annoying her, that she's just trying to talk to him. Because anytime she tried to ask him a question, I would like chime in, or I would look at her and she'd be like, Alexis, stop, because how I was acting. And my mom's like, you act like he's gonna cry, you act like he's gonna fall apart, like I'm not doing anything. And I was just so overly protective of him, which it was so dumb, because there was no need for me to be so like crazy the way I was over this dude. Like, honestly, he probably couldn't, probably because like I subconsciously knew he couldn't handle any of the questions my mom was asking him, because he probably was like, oh my god, this is freaking me out, this is too much. And I knew it. I knew that even at that time, that if he was acting like, oh, it was no biggie, I knew that I was gonna hear it later, and he was gonna be like, why the hell was she asking me all those questions? Why is your mom so weird? And I was gonna have to be like, oh, I don't know, blah 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 blah. Like, I knew it was coming, even if he was trying to act like he was all cool and he could handle the questions that my mom was asking me, even though they weren't even like questions that a 13-14-year-old should have been answering. Like, what you mean about a promise ring? Like, we are literally like children. But were we acting like children? No, we were acting grown. So maybe that's why my mom was like trying to give us some sort of thing, like, since you guys are messing with each other, it's gonna, you guys are in it for the long haul. I don't know my mom's kind of mindset. I don't know what she was thinking at the time. I was just kind of like, oh my god, leave him alone, don't pick on him, Mom, because God forbid that he would get upset and I would lose him. So time goes on, and my mom and us go out to eat, and she's not really like picking on him, I guess, and I'm more like a little bit relaxed, like it's not that serious, it's not that deep. Alexis, like, chill out. So we're just hanging out, and he's like holding my hand here and there, but as soon as my mom would see, he would like pull it away. There was like so many things that shouldn't have been done under my mom's nose and in front of my mom, where I look back on it and I'm like, if she would have saw, or if she would even know, she would have beat the living shit out of the both of us. We're at this like pizza place, we're like eating and stuff, and she's like asking him that like, what time does she need to drop him off? And he pretty much is like, oh, I don't got a curfew. She's like, you don't got a curfew? And he's like, no, my mom lets me come and go. And then I'm over here like, what do you mean your mom lets you come and go? Like, you literally tell me that like you're grounded half the time, or this and that. Like, why are you trying to play it up to my mom? So I was getting kind of mad, and I was getting kind of snarky with him, and he like checked me in front of my mom. And my mom told him basically to not ever talk to me like that again. Like, who the f you think he is talking to me like that? And he was like, well, I'm her boyfriend. And I was like, I don't give a f who you think you are, I can end you. And she's like talking to him like that, like all gangsta. And he gets kind of like scared, and he was like, I was just playing. She's like, well, I'm not. Like, I have family, that even though you might not see her family, that she does have family behind her. So watch how the with my daughter, that you might think that just because like I'm struggling and I'm doing this and I'm out here and there, and Alexis is telling you my business and stuff, don't think that I won't end you. And she keeps saying it to him, and he's just like, like listening. And I never seen him bitch down like that. My mom shouldn't have threatened to end his life, but at the end of the day, like he was crazy, right? He had a way of like talking where it was just like no one ever checked him. So when my mom would check him here and there when she like heard it and when she saw it, because she already knew how he was. And I think in a way she would try to give him the benefit of the doubt sometimes. I don't know, because I know she did have a soft spot for him, which is annoying. But anyway, so he doesn't want to eat anymore. He has a little attitude, and I'm like trying to talk to him and he's being so rude to me. And my mom tells me like, Alexis, stop, like don't be kissing his ass. You don't need to be kissing his ass. And she's like saying it right in front of him, and I'm like, don't talk to him like that. Like, I love him. Like, I say that. And so as I say that, he smirks. So my mom's like mad, and she like tells him and stuff that she knows that he could be better, to talk to me better, to not to be talking to me crazy, and that if he wants the relationship to continue, that he better treat me right. And then he is like, what if I don't want it to continue? And me como pendeja, I'm like, why would you say that? Like, I was like so hurt, and I was still so dumb to like continue the relationship. Like, he did not care. And my mom was like looking at me like, do you hear him, Alexis? And I'm like, it's because like you're hurting his feelings. And my mom was like, again, like, why do you keep trying to treat him like a bitch? Like, he is okay. Like, stop it. And I hated how my mom was talking to him in that moment, because I'm like, Mom, like, stop. Like, you're being so mean to him. And I was just like, oh my God, I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Like, I didn't want him to be like upset. So after we leave there, we go to Walmart, and my mom is like bawling. She like has my grandma's credit card, and my grandma was like, go ahead and get what you need, whatever. So my grandma was like getting whatever. She let him get whatever the he wanted, and I was so mad because now they're buddy and I'm like, this is so sick. Like, y'all were literally just down each other's throats, and now you're all buddy. Like, he was like bumping my mom and stuff, and I was like, oh hell no, like what the hell is going on? Like, they had such a hot and cold relationship. It was so weird, and he knew how to manipulate my mom, and that's something that I did not like. Like, he knew how to manipulate my mom, and my mom would fall right into it, and it pissed me the off. So we're at Walmart, he's grabbing his snacks, he's getting whatever, he's getting like some like shirts and stuff, like he's literally getting whatever he wants. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, are you serious, Mom? Like, are you kidding me? So my mom's asking me like, Lex, you want anything? And I just grabbed like a couple snacks. She's like, that's all you want? That's all you want? Like, literally grab whatever you want. And it just felt so weird grabbing whatever I want, because I felt like I was just like just going through the motions without even like going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? I was just like what are we doing? I didn't like her talking to him crazy, but at the same time, I didn't want them to be like besties and shit. It was just weird. So my mom's like grabbing snacks for like Tommy's house. I keep wanting to say her name. It's Tommy's house because we're going to be staying there for a little bit. And my mom's on the phone. She's fighting with my stepdad. She's like yelling at him. She's like telling him that she's going to get my brothers and stuff. They're arguing. Me and the ex, he is now trying to like play cold with me. Like, he's upset with me. And I'm like, I thought you weren't mad anymore because like you're happy and laughing. And then he was like, how am I supposed to act, huh? How am I supposed to act? Like, are you stupid? So he's being mean to me, and I'm like, say it louder, bitch, so my mom hears you. And he's like being mean to me, so like I try to go for his hand, and he's just like, can you just stop? Like, so annoyed with me. And then a couple seconds later, he's like hee-hawing with my mom, and I'm like, God, like, fake bitch. So we leave Walmart, and my mom's like telling him like, when's your curfew? And I'm like, his curfew's now, because I'm like trying to get rid of him. I'm like, nah, you need to go. And he looks back at me. He's like, I'm cool with staying out. I don't got a curfew. I can just go home whenever. And I'm like, his curfew's now. And my mom is like, okay, well, his curfew's now, so we're gonna take him now. And he is in the back seat with me. My mom's in the front. She like is driving, and he grabs my thigh and pinches it so hard where like I have to like grab his hand, and we're like fighting back and forth. And my mom turns back to look at us, and he just like pulls me closer, and he just like acts like he's like hugging me. And that wasn't like the first time, and I really hate, and I wish I could go back, and I wish I would have nipped that shit right there and then, because I always think about the time that my mom gave birth to my sister, and me and him were on the bed next to like my mom in the living room, and I wanted to stay with my mom because any chance that I can get to be with my mom, I want to be with my mom. And he busted my fucking lip, and I was holding Andrew, and he kept backhanding me because I was giving him the wrong answer, and my mom was knocked out in the bed because she just gave birth to my sister. And he didn't stop. he didn't stop, and he was so mad that like I didn't want to go home with him and I just wanted to stay with my mom. And he kept backhanding me, and he busted my lip. I feel like when you let like little things go, they become bigger things. They get more comfortable. And I remember him gripping my leg. And I remember it hurt so damn bad. And I remember him just pulling me close because he didn't want my mom to get mad and like put him in his place. And I just remember him pulling me close, and I remember just feeling ugh. I remember feeling ugh. And I remember being so mad that I couldn't just be like, what are you doing? You just did. I didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in me. And that moment always plays back in my head. And the moment in the hospital with my mom always plays back in my head because he busted my lip. And it was just like, I felt like I was just being disciplined, like a kid or something. And it just kept like hard. And I was just talking, and he kept doing it. And even during that time, I was like, this is not reality. This is not reality. And it was. But anyways, my mom ends up telling me that she needs to drop off the stuff first, and then she'll drop him off. And I start acting cold towards him, and he starts to try to like be nice to me all of a sudden, and it just felt wrong. It just felt sick. I was just like so annoyed. I just didn't want to deal with it. I just wanted it to be over. I wanted the day to come to an end. So we helped my mom unload the groceries, and we're going to take him to his house now. And he like tells me that if I'm going to call him later, and I'm like, yup. And I didn't sit in the back with him. After we dropped off the groceries, got back in the car, I sat in the front with my mom. My mom was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just want to sit in front with you. And so he had the back, and he was mad. He kept messaging me that like, why the f am I acting up? Why am I acting up? And I'm like, you know what you did? Like, I don't want to sit in the back with you. And he's like, I hate that you act like this. Like, we're so done. Like, he's like trying to break up with me, and he's in the back seat messaging me. And I'm like, okay, well then we're done then. He's like, oh, now since you have your mommy now you think that you don't need me anymore. And he's like trying to like pick on me about it. And I'm like, I don't even care anymore. So we drop him off, and he's like, thanks for the ride. Like, really happy with my mom and stuff. Like, I appreciate you taking me out. And he's like, has his fun, happy because he got spoiled. She was like, yeah, thanks for taking care of my daughter. Like, I want you guys to be good. Like, treat each other good. Like, giving him a whole speech. And we leave. And he tries to like tell me, he's like looking at me like to get out of the car to like hug him and stuff. And I'm like, bye. Like, I'm so mad. And he's like he just has this face. My phone starts blowing up, and I just turn it off because I'm like, I'm not gonna even deal with it because I already know he's gonna tell me everything in the book and how I'm so stupid and how this and that. And like, I'm just not even trying to hear it. So me and my mom go pick up my brothers, and we pick up my brothers, and my mom and my stepdad start fighting, and I don't even care. I'm just like, I got my brothers, and we got snacks at Tommy's house. We were about to have some fun. Like, I was just so excited that I was going to see my siblings, because you guys don't know, like, they're like my babies. So my mom and my stepdad are fighting, and that, like, fast forward all that. Okay, my brothers are in the car, and they're like so happy. They're like giddy and stuff. We're all giddy, and I'm just like, oh my God, we're reunited. So I'm gonna end it there, you guys. I love you guys so much. Besos a todos. Thank you guys for allowing me to heal and share my story times. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys so much with all my heart. If you guys enjoy my story times, even though they are very hard to get through sometimes and they can be very triggering, if you guys do enjoy them, please give me a big thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. It helps out the videos. It really, really does. I love you guys. Besos a todos, and I'll see you guys in my next story time. Bye.